ways, man.
Got to.
I had to do it for the culture.
Yeah, that would have gotten like
Fanny packs.
real weird. Like fanny packs, yeah.
Yeah, bro.
I got scared.
Yeah, I'm saying
Oh,
it was just got shaky in there, man. It just got real shaky. It seemed like it was gonna be real musty. You
Yeah.
know what I'm
It's gonna be
saying?
musty.
It's gonna be musty in there.
But then it'll be like that awkwardness where you're looking around like, I don't want to see nobody that I know here. But then again, I'll have it over their head that they're here too.
Yeah, but you know what? I mean, I wouldn't mind about anybody actually seeing me there, but I just know it would be like mad weird for me to be in there like fresh. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 'cause I'm
fresh to
jaded
death.
up.
Yeah, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, definitely.
They're looking at me like, man, you shouldn't be here. Like, I
Right.
don't know.
Oh, they start stoning me because we're not supposed to be there. Whatever,
Right,
you know?
like, have I invaded?
But we're live though.
Live.
What's up, everybody? GamesMusicLyfe, episode 26.
Back in the building.
How you doing? Hey, look to over here.
This
and
guy.
You'll see.
The return.
This guy.
You'll see someone here that we
Time,
haven't
man.
seen in a couple.
It
of
may
days.
be a bot. I'm
Yeah.
not sure yet.
I'm not
We'll
sure
see as
either.
the show goes on.
I
Anybody
like the
listening
name
to it
tag
on iTunes, just know that all three members are here today. So if you're not watching, you could definitely just take a look over there. And yeah, our brother's back.
Maybe.
Maybe.
It might be a bot, man. I'm
Back in the building.
So
man.
it's not.
We're gonna see. We're
Nas
gonna see if he
one.
glitches out like
Nas one, part
Draymond. See, he's already glitching out.
Nas one,
He's already
part
glitching
one.
out.
Yeah.
Nas won.
Hashtag lemonade.
So there'll be limited Nas slander today because of that.
Yeah.
He's still lost.
Hashtag Ether Part 2.
It's just not
featuring
Nas lost
Beyonce.
episode 7 yet.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Who's this guy?
How's everybody feeling today, man?
Doing good, man.
Chilling, man. Beautiful May weather until these thunderstorms start rolling in this afternoon. You know?
Absolutely.
Get that grass cut early.
All right. So what we got, man? What we got gaming news today?
Phew, man, there's a lot. I'll start with the major news.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Persona 5 trailer dropped Thursday. I don't know if you guys know what that is.
Nah, we don't.
Somebody might be sleeping. They need to wake up because it's going to be better than that Final Fantasy I showed you guys.
Jay, I just don't. When we went to E3 last year, I got
You didn't
Persona
see it,
was a big thing and people was all over the booth, but I just don't. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not into it. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
Yeah, I've heard of it, but I've never actually seen it or know anybody that plays it.
It's amazing.
Yeah, Overwatch
Okay.
versus
Kinda
Battleborn.
give us a little bit of an overview. What's up?
Overwatch versus Battleborn.
Yeah, Persona. Yeah, tell us about it.
Okay, so in the last one, Persona 4, you're a kid that comes to a town to live with his uncle because your parents are out of town on business.
Kind of sounds like
So-
Pokemon.
Yeah.
You're basically a high school student that gets these powers, and you join other high school students to basically fight these things called shadows. And once you fight the shadows, you got to solve this murder mystery. Once you solve the murder mystery,
Hey man, I'll be honest with you. I hope no one ever gets murdered around you because you're giving a horrible information to listen
it's hard to,
to.
so it's basically like imagine you're in high school and it's basically like a high school game, basically not a high school game, but
So
a
it's
high
Teen
school
Wolf.
setting. It's a little.
I mean, I take your word for it. Do you think it's
Nah,
worth
yeah.
buying? You think it'll be one of those games? Because I see it has a big following.
I'm doing a crappy job of explaining it.
Yes, you are.
But it has a huge following.
Okay.
It has a good soundtrack, good music.
But you say it's kind of falling in that Final Fantasy pocket.
Well, no, it's better than Final Fantasy.
Really?
Oh, wow. Now this is high praise.
Story wise, I don't know what 15 is going to offer. I mean, 15 looks good, but I'm a little nervous. But yeah, Persona 4 story is crazy, and Persona 5 story looks to be crazy too.
Okay.
Now where is this releasing?
In Japan so far.
Okay.
So I guess a better example of a story is like your shadow is basically how you feel on the inside towards yourself, and what you see on the outside is basically like a front. So basically, the kids are confronting their inner shadows, like their inner demons, to be able to become whole and be like who they truly are.
Okay.
So I guess that's the gist of the plot there.
And it's coming on all systems?
Only PlayStation 4 and
Okay.
PlayStation 3.
PlayStation 3.
Okay.
Okay.
PlayStation exclusive. Well, I might check it out. I might pick it up, man. You know what? Then they need to give us that Persona 4 on Games with Gold. Build some hype. You
It
know what I
actually
mean?
is on sale. They got it on sale. It's
I need it for free.
75% off.
You need it for the free.
I need it 100%
Well,
off.
I won't be playing it because I don't have a PS4 yet.
Yeah, I mean, do we want to go ahead and dive into that? Since,
Yeah, you know, we are.
it
Let's-
is
yeah,
looking like it's that
let's
time.
segue.
Yes,
That's
yes.
a very
Let
good
me just move that up on the chart here, and let me just flow right into that because I have a very big dilemma with Sony right now, and this whole thing with the PlayStation 4.5. We talked about it last week, the whole Neo is like it really has me in a weird place because I want to get a PlayStation 4, but
Need to get a PlayStation 4.
I do need to get one because I do want to play Uncharted comes out Tuesday. And that game looks amazing. First of all, it's getting perfect 10s on everything.
Yeah.
IGN gave it a perfect 10. Only one that was Metacritic, they never can go.
They
as
hate
low.
every
They gave
time,
it like
yeah.
a 92 or something. So
Which is still great for
yeah,
Metacritic.
which is still great for
Of course.
Metacritic, but it's like they can never really get on board. They always do that type of shock value type thing. But anyways, I want to get a PS4, but this is the first time a system has come out and it's not on, like basically it's another version of the system that's better than the old system. First of all, I don't know what the price point is going to be. I don't know how Sony's going to market this thing. Because when we go to E3 this year, right? You know a lot of games are going to be, I already know what we're going to see. We're going to see the game looks amazing playing on NX or playing on Neo, whatever. So then I'm like, okay, that immediately craps on the people that have a PS4. You know what I'm saying? If I buy a PS4 right now, I'm going to have an inferior system.
I think that it's going to look better if you have a 4K TV, but if you have a regular TV,
It won't make a
then it's
big
not going to
difference.
make a difference.
I'm going to have a 4K TV soon.
You said you're going to get one? Then
Yeah.
get the 4K PS4.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
But I have to wait. That means I can't get Uncharted right now. Because we don't know. I mean, Sony has yet to confirm any of this.
correct.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like common knowledge. Everyone knows about it.
You can watch me play Uncharted 4. I'll be streaming it at GamesMusicLyfe, YouTube, and Twitch.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough spot. If you ask me, they need to drop the price on the current PS4.
Yeah.
Go ahead and
Drop
move
like 50
move that
bucks.
inventory. They drop it down 100, man. Move that inventory, and then just go forward with the PS4K. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Pops, we all here for the playoffs. We got Jay off injury reserve.
Yes, sir.
I don't know, man. Like, I find it weird that Sony is doing this right now. I mean, you know everyone's going to follow suit. I think what it is, too, though, I kind of think Nintendo might have Sony and Microsoft a little shook right now. Because the rumor is that the NX is going to be more powerful than the current Xbox and the current PS4.
I don't think they're worried about it.
You don't think so?
No.
But if they do that though, hear me out though. If they do that, let's just say the NX is more powerful. We don't even know anything about it as of yet. We just know that it's coming. They already announced it's coming. But if it's more powerful than the current PlayStation and the current Xbox, then it kind of gives Microsoft and Sony rationalization to make a more powerful system. You know what I'm saying? Like we got to do it. And the thing that I don't like about it also is that they're comparing it. Well, I'm seeing so many writers write about how they're trying to make them like kind of like cell phones, and cell phones were subsidized for years, and now people are buying cell phones at full retail price, which I firmly believe you're going to stop seeing a lot of people upgrading phones every year unless you flip your old one.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, but with a system, you can't do that every year unless you're able to flip the old one. But the old one is going to be old hardware. No one's going to give you premium dollar for it.
Unless you let it fly early.
Or unless you have like an iPhone. Those have pretty good. Those have pretty good resale value, don't they?
Well, iPhones?
Yeah.
Pretty much the same phone every year,
But systems are different, though, I think.
yeah. But that's one thing I don't like, the fact that they're trying to get into that same every year a new system, or every couple of years a new system comes out.
But I mean, that's been a model for a while.
They said 10 years.
Every 10, right? This is third year, and we're
Right.
putting on a new PlayStation now.
So we don't
Just a
even know if
refresh.
it's dropping or not.
Like,
We didn't know if it's dropping.
I mean,
honestly.
I mean,
much-
it's dropping.
it's coming.
Yeah,
It's coming.
It's on the way.
It's coming.
But I mean, that's always been the model. I mean, even looking back at like the Sega Genesis, man, back in the day, man, they had a bunch of different iterations of those systems. I mean, they might be coming out a little bit quicker now, and we're not going to get to that 10-year cycle. Like, trust and believe, we'll reach that next gen point in about 4 or 5 more years. Like, we're not going to make it full 10-year support. I mean, you might get support for 10 years, but it's not going to be the you know what I'm saying, the lead console for that time.
No, I do agree with you that there were other SKUs that came out, like other Sega Genesis, other, even other Xbox 360 SKUs, but none of them played the games any different. Stop listening. I need to unhook this daggone connect. Stop listening. Jeez.
I don't
Get
even
a
know how we
PlayStation 4.
triggered it.
I said it. I said the word.
Oh, okay.
But none of those systems played games any differently. This new system has already. They said it's going to play the games differently. It's going to look better.
Who said that, though?
That's what they're saying. The system, the specs that came on it, and I don't fact check, so I'm not looking it up right now. But basically, what they're going to allow it to do is it's going to allow each game to be ran at 1080p 60 frames per second, because every game can't be ran on the Xbox currently or the PS4 at 1080p 60 frames per second. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that new system that's coming out is allowing that to happen, which I think is a farce that the new systems or the current systems aren't. You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I want to play my games at 1080p, 60 frames per second. I'm a PC player. I'm used to playing games that way.
Right.
You know? So I do accept the fact on the PC there's a buy-in, and the minute you buy a gaming PC, it's old. I don't want that to be on my consoles though. Yeah, but the rat race on the PC has always been there, and that's kind of the understanding when you buy a PC, to game on. What I don't like is how it's now becoming the norm, or I don't want it to become the norm. Whereas my beloved systems are going to be following that suit. I don't think that's right.
It might be the nature of the game.
Power to these systems.
The thing about it is though, is like, and I know I cannot buy them, but I have a sickness. Okay, and I know I'm going to buy it. And also, there's a small portion of me inside that says, you know what, I got 3 years out of a system. I got a lot out of it. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and get the new one.
I always kind of feel like, and this is coming from the guy who bought and sold 3 PS3s.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Like, I mean, for me, I'm not going to upgrade to the PS4K for some time. I don't have a 4K TV yet. When that time comes, if it's a pressing issue, then I'll make the upgrade. Then sell off the old hardware, get what I can get for it, and go ahead and make that upgrade. But to me, it's not really a big deal. I mean, they had to do something.
Yeah. I don't know. It doesn't sit well with me. It seems a little dirty.
We're not even sure that it's coming out though.
It's coming out.
It's coming out, Jay.
And also another big thing with it was, like, when these consoles came out, we were in a kind of a weird space as far as the display technology, because I mean we were getting monitors that were in 4K, but TVs weren't really moving into 4K just yet.
Yeah.
And those consoles have been in development for some time. We were expecting those consoles to come out. The change was kind of inevitable. If you ask me, they kind of gave us a break, waiting 3.5 years to make that switch.
It's not a new system though.
It's not a new system.
It is,
but it's an upgraded system.
Right. It's an upgraded system that's going to allow the games to look differently on it. Before, you could get a new system where even the Elite 360 that came out was a bigger hard drive, and it wasn't like a faster processor or anything. So when I looked at my game on my Elite system versus your game on your 360 on a regular system, they looked and played exactly the same. They're already saying the games are going to look and play differently. Only thing I hope that doesn't happen is that they don't come out with exclusive titles only for.
Nadir, I need you to fact check that, sir. Who's saying?
No, they're saying that they already had the specs out on it. I don't fact check, so I'm not going to look it up. So if you want to look it up, that's totally on you.
Right, we'll have that discussion next week.
We'll have a discussion another time, but I'm not going to do it. I'm saying that's what it's going to be. They're already saying it's going to be a more powerful system, and basically they're trying to. What they're saying is they're hiding behind it's going to be 4K. Basically for VR, as I think it's going to be.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
The new one is for, but I don't know, man.
Which I think is kind of getting that rap now for as far as VR. Like, everybody's kind of in unison saying, like, this is a crappy gimmick. Like,
yeah.
I don't think anybody wants to play games in VR right now. Now, I mean, I'm sure some people will feel differently, but the excitement just doesn't really seem to be there at the moment.
It's the newest thing.
Is it going to be 3D TVs?
Yeah,
that's kind of how I feel. I feel like it's going to be 3D TVs, because remember when PlayStation had support for like 3D games and all that for the 3D TVs, man? How did that go over?
Right.
You know what I mean?
It came and went, but it's an expensive buy-in right now for VR, because you got to pick which one you want, and then once you do, it's so much going into it.
Are you guys going to buy a VR?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Because you got to think that's a lot of money. You're going to have to get. I mean, if the current gen systems can't run it properly. You gotta get a new system, then you gotta get a new TV. It's a lot of money.
Yeah, I'm not doing it. Oh, and we're playing Overwatch right now.
Yeah, we are.
So it looks pretty, man.
I like it. It's not like overly graphic, like it's not, but it's just smooth though. You know what I mean? It's not like your Uncharted 4.
You can switch characters, right?
Yeah.
Man, it looks like
when you die.
It looks like typical PvP to me, man.
And you know what, Kev? A lot of people are going to say that, and it's like, how do you differentiate this from like a Battleborn?
Yeah,
because Battleborn is this exact same thing.
But Battleborn is more MMO-ish, right? Not MMO. I'm sorry, more MOBA.
But this is a MOBA.
This is too
multiplayer online battle arena. That's what this is.
Yeah.
So I mean,
but it's different though, right?
No, I mean, it's just different characters. It's just different characters, different company that made it.
I think the esports thing is taking over, and that's what this is.
this is kind of catering to.
Because you got the Blizzard stamp on this right now. So, I mean, that's going to give it a huge boost.
Like, see, I kind of got this out of my system playing, like, Unreal Tournament, 10, 15 years ago. So, like, for them to still be making this game over and over and over is just so boring at this point.
Shoot, I wouldn't be surprised if this runs on the Unreal Engine. I don't think it does.
It probably does. That would be pretty funny.
They make a lot of engines now. They don't even.
They do. They don't make the games. Yeah.
Which I think is sweet.
I wish that they would come back with an Unreal Tournament, man. Like, I used to love that game.
Yeah, Unreal Tournament.
They did. It's right here.
Yeah, there you go. It made it a little bit more kid friendly.
Yeah, they did. It's right here, man.
So, what's your thoughts on Uncharted 4? Kev, are you picking it up?
Oh yeah, most definitely, man. I've been playing through the remastered collection just so that way I can get ready for it.
Now, do I need to play the old ones to play this one?
Yeah,
for the story to have an impact on you, I would say so.
Yeah. Okay. Because I went and tried to find a little synopsis. Like, one guy had a 15-minute video on YouTube. It broke all the 3 of the games down. But I talked to my guy at work, my boy Mike, and he was telling me that a 15-minute video is kind of disrespectful for 3 games. But I don't have time to play all 3 games.
Nah, I mean it's understood. I mean, you could pick up 4 and, play it and probably still enjoy it. I mean, I can't vouch for the game since we haven't played it yet. But I think that you could still pick it up and enjoy it. But knowing the backstory, I think, would definitely, give it a little bit more impact when you're playing it. You'd be more vested in those characters.
Yeah. Okay. Why don't you pick the samurai dude?
Huh?
You should pick the samurai dude.
Man. I was nervous. The time was counting down. I was like, 1 second. I was like, let's get this dude with the Mega Man blaster on his hand.
The flak gun out there, man.
I don't know who this guy is. He looks like Santa Claus.
Like you're going to die.
I am. Because this game, you got to use teamwork. And I don't know how to do that. I don't have that in my bone.
See, I don't know how a game like this would succeed then. If you're playing with random people and it does look like it's team-based, of course. Right. But how would you, like, I'm not talking to anybody I don't know, really.
Right. Stranger danger, man.
Yeah, so I wouldn't succeed at it,
This just doesn't look, like, after a while, I would get tired of doing this.
Yeah, like this game doesn't seem like it would be fun after about a week, unless you're just really vested. You know what I mean? In these, in this game, or if you're playing it for esport or something like that.
Exactly. Yeah.
But outside of that, for a casual pickup, this doesn't seem appealing.
Yeah, I don't think I would like it.
Oh, somebody shooting me in my eardrum. Yeah, let's change this guy out. You said there's a samurai on here?
Yeah.
What the heck is a samurai?
Right there to the right. Number all the way to the end. Hold on, in the middle. Go over. You blew it. Keep going.
No, I did.
All the way to over. Right
this dude?
Yeah, Hanzo.
This is an archer.
There he is. He looks like a samurai.
Right. Let's get in there.
Now, kind of keeping it in the pocket of multiplayer. So you were saying that you want to talk about this Battlefield coming up.
Oh yeah, Battlefield. So Battlefield, they basically go back to World War I, and it was leaked. And okay, I get it. I do understand that Battlefield has a big, because basically I think what they saw was they knew Call of Duty was showing their hand, and they were like, okay, we're gonna make a game that's totally different from what's being put out. But I've never been a Battlefield fan, so I've never really been.
Well, I thought you were in the Battlefield, man. I thought you were a DICE fan.
No, I am, but it's always broken, so I don't get a chance to play it. Like, I mean, it's just. If I'm gonna play Battlefield, I want to play it on PC, and it's very much guaranteed the PC version is gonna be broke. And in turn, the console is gonna be broke because they're just ports.
Why do they do that though? Why do they release?
We talked about, we talked about that a little bit about that last week, man. It's to the point where when games come out and it's not broken, you're excited,
right?
But everything has been broken. So I don't know. I saw the trailer. It looked okay. It's World War I. It looks like everything went futuristic this last time.
Yeah.
So, definitely trying to do something different. I applaud him for that, but I wasn't excited about it. I wasn't excited about it. I saw it and I'm like, another Battlefield game.
Yeah, I'm not crazy about Battlefield, but I mean, it's decent. I would check it out. I would probably want to see some other people play it first before I kind of made a decision on whether or not I would purchase or not. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, it's a decent franchise. I definitely feel like they've got a good opportunity, man, to kind of take the realms as far as the war games, since Call of Duty keeps putting out, these turds.
So what about Call of Duty? I know we were talking about it earlier in the week.
You ready, man? Yeah. I mean, you ready to get into this? You know what I'm saying? Because
I know you had a lot to talk about with that.
I'm in my feelings about this Call of Duty now.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Okay, so, I mean, we're getting Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, which is just going to be another futuristic Call of Duty that nobody wants because nobody liked Advanced Warfare and Black Ops 3 suffering kind of the same fate. Nobody wants the double jump. We don't want these exosuits, man. Like, it's trash. We don't want this garbage. Like, get us back to Black Ops 2 Modern Warfare kind of style of gameplay.
Does it have zombies?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure yet. But, I mean, I'm sure that it will just because zombies is such a cash cow. Like, they're not going to leave that money on the table. Like, why would they ever do that?
So what is it? It looks exactly like the old one? Is that what it is?
No, not so much. But it seems like the developers really kind of, I mean, you know, with Call of Duty coming out every year, they're having to work on these games super early before they can really get any community feedback and implement it into the next version of those games. And so it sounds like they started building this game. They were kind of already in the mindset of, hey, we're going with future. You fell right off. We're going with this futuristic setup. We're going to kind of stick with that, man. This is what the people want. Then they start getting that community feedback of, no, this is absolutely not what the people want. We hate this. Nobody wants any of these exoskeletons.
Did you hear what dude said? He was like, a passionate fan base. I can't remember the whole thing, but he basically tried to turn that negative
into he did try to spin it. He did try to spin it.
I thought that was hilarious.
Which, I mean, it sounds like they were trying to do a mad move right there and just kind of deflect. But yeah, I mean, nobody wants that. So, in response to the fact that nobody wants to play another futuristic Call of Duty, what do? They give us a rehash Call of Duty 4. Yep. And then they tack on an extra $20 to the game, make it $79.99, and they're going to give us a remastered version of Call of Duty 4 to play. And we're supposed to be happy about that.
That's so disrespectful.
Like, come on, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know Call of Duty is a cash cow, and we're giving you our money faithfully every year. Like, I buy this game without even thinking about it. And, like, I mean, I bought the last one. I played it for 2 weeks, and it has been sitting on the shelf. I'm sure there are so many updates I need to apply before I can play that game again. But I just won't go back to it. Thank God I didn't buy the season pass. I at least had the foresight to think like, hey, let me chill on buying this season pass to make sure that this game isn't going to be garbage.
Don't
before
get
I go
overly
ahead.
geeked.
Exactly, because everybody else, hey, man, go get that season pass, bro. That way when the zombie maps come out, man, we're already playing, and you're going to save some money. All right, dog. Well, you know what? I'm going to wait it out a little bit, and I'm going to see where we're at. And luckily, I made a smart call and didn't buy that season pass, because I'm sure there are a lot of people who bought that season pass who are wanting a refund these days.
Man, that season pass is such a ripoff.
So over.
Oh, man.
Call of Duty. Give the people what they want.
Please give it. That's exactly what I'm saying, man. Please give the people what they want, man.
Steve, I call it Call of Dookie. Unless you're talking about zombies.
You know what? For this next iteration, you might be right.
Steve's a big Call of Duty fan now.
Yeah.
See,
that's his game. That's
Steve is knowing right now, like, yo, they're ruining the franchise.
Yeah, okay.
You gave us Call of Duty 4 again? You gave us 4 again? Like, and this is what I'm supposed to be excited about?
Speak to him, Cam.
Like, come on, dog. Y'all need to get it together. What is going on in the world today?
That's the biggest thing right now is, like, everything is, like, repetitive, man.
Yep.
It is.
That's
It's like
what I'm saying. Check out Persona 5.
It's a copycat. Even with this, you got Battleborn and Overwatch. Pretty much the same game.
Same time frame.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to pick up either.
Check out Persona 5. We're going to check it out at E3 this year.
No, you're gonna go do that silly dance again.
No, I'm not. Don't talk about that, man. Don't listen. We're live on air. We don't need to talk about that.
He wanted this T-shirt, man. They said you gotta do a dance, right? So he busted that jig.
He
Of course,
busted the jig.
you know, I was over there.
Don't we have the footage?
We have the footage.
We don't have. We can't find the footage right now.
Hey, listen, man. When Nas Lost Part 7 comes around,
yes,
that footage it might get unearthed.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. If Nas Lost 7 has to happen again, that footage is gonna be the intro. Okay.
That footage will not see light of day, man.
Oh, it's on my Google Drive.
Oh, Lord.
It's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. It's carbonite.
Please.
Keep an eye out on the Instagram feed, man. That video might pop up one of these days.
But yeah, so but honestly though, man, like everything seems real repetitive, man. I think that's where I'm at a lull with gaming right now, which I think it's like almost like a breath of fresh air that Uncharted is coming out.
Yeah.
Because I do want to play it. I just wish that Sony would get their stuff sorted. You know what? Maybe it's a blessing in disguise. I can get me a PS4 for the low right now.
Maybe.
Because everyone's going to be waiting. The people that's going to win is GameStop. They're going to pay some light bills.
Together. What are you talking about? PS4 needs to get their stuff sorted.
What do you mean? They do. How you have a system competing with itself? You're competing with yourself.
Hey, you're speaking rumors, sir.
No,
I'm telling you, man, lower that price point, man, all is forgiven.
If they lower the price point of the original, absolutely.
Yeah, all is forgiven at that point. Now,
you think they won't when they will?
Oh, they absolutely are going to. Like once that PS4K, once they're ready to make an announcement, they're going to be making that announcement that the price drop is in effect. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's on the way. So you just wait it out, man. You hang tough. It might come with Uncharted 4.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they might give away a bundle package, you know what I'm saying, for the low. Like, you know what, we're showing some love right here. Right. PS4K on the way. Get excited. Maybe it'll be the E3 announcement.
I don't know.
Samurai dude is butt.
Yeah, you need to switch away because he has like a
his arrow too
his
too
arrow
slow.
Is like I don't.
With a gun.
Yeah, get her. Go over it.
But you know what?
Right here.
In regards to like the games being really repetitive, I think that we're kind of getting stuck in a pocket now where it's that new IPs aren't working. Like, have you been seeing anybody playing? What was the game that we were just hyped about that none of us bought a few weeks ago? Quantum Break.
Yeah, no.
Nobody bought. I don't see anybody ever.
It was broke,
I don't see anybody in my friends list ever playing that game. Like I see a couple people playing Division. Destiny gets a lot of burn for whatever reason. and you know what I'm saying. After that, it's 2K. I don't really see anybody ever playing Madden. And then just a few other little random games here and there. But I have not seen anybody playing Quantum Break yet.
No.
I don't hear anything about it. It's gone by the wayside a little bit.
I think it's one of those games that doesn't have replay value.
But once you beat the story, it's pretty much nothing else really to play on.
Right.
So you might see people playing for like a small sample size of it, but once it's what is it? I thought.
So I mean, is it just over?
I think maybe people have beaten it already, and it might be done.
I'm like for this generation, I will say that, man. Like for all the has there been a really successful new IP that is released? I mean, Titanfall had a buzz when it started, but now it's just garbage like Nas.
Yeah, Destiny.
Okay, yeah, I'll give Destiny, you know what I'm saying, I'll give them a little bit of props there. Even though, you know, you even falling off with that, and that's your game, bro. You kind of fell off the bandwagon for a little while. You're coming back around.
Yeah, because there wasn't much to play. I did.
Yeah, but so we got one in the last 3.5 years, man. We got one successful new IP.
Bloodborne.
I haven't played Bloodborne.
I mean, it was successful. It was successful.
Yeah, all right.
They got tons of awards.
What about Dark Souls? Wasn't people playing that?
Well, Dark Souls wouldn't be.
Wouldn't be a new IP.
That's not new. You're right.
Okay, so we got two. We got two new IPs.
You know what it is though, man? It's like I think because even with the Division, they tried to pump that up, and it was like the more and more we saw it, the less we wanted to play it.
I told you. Remember, I told you. I was like, man, I don't.
You know, when I played it at first, it was exciting, but then it just kind of fell by the wayside. But now all of the games, you know what I mean? All we're getting is a lot of remakes, and people are excited about these remakes. Unfortunately, those are the best games that are kind of coming out for the new generation.
You know why? Because it's like we know what to expect with them.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
So is that our fault?
Kind of, not really, but no, it's the developers' fault. They're getting lazy, and then I think to a point of one of the guys I play Destiny with who said it, he actually made an argument to me about how developers are getting lazy, and like now that I look at it, I really can't disagree with them, man.
They're absolutely getting lazy.
You know, they're just putting out crap.
But we're not demanding more from them, though.
The only way we can fix it is by paying with our dollar. I mean, showing our disgust with our dollar and not buying it. I think that's what Madden people are doing that or did that last year. But you know, you got to play something. Yeah. And people are going to play games, man,
that they know are winning. But I'm just saying, like, when are we going to get some really good franchises? Like, I need a new franchise. I need something exciting to kind of come along, even if it's, you know, a new iteration of a previous title, not a remake. You know what I mean? A new chapter of a title that I'm already familiar with. Kind of like how Fallout 3, you know what I'm saying, kind of brought life back to that franchise.
Yeah.
Because people weren't playing Fallout 2 and the original Fallout that was on PC and all that stuff. Like, you know what I mean? It had a niche market. Fallout 3 brought it to the masses.
You know, there are some coming out. Like Steve brings up a great point about Doom. And Doom is coming out again. And
the last Doom sucked.
It did. The last one did suck. It was like that Duke Nukem. It was bad.
It was just bad, man. Listen, now I'm not going to trash it like that. That Duke Nukem was the worst.
But that's the thing, though. It's like I want to give faith into it, want to play it, but it's like, what do I expect from it? I saw the trailer, and I even saw some people playing the early version of it. Maybe because I was eating some food during the time. I don't know, but I logged off.
I think we're in the party chat.
Oh, well, sorry. Whoever's in this party chat, you're listening to our podcast. You're not on it, but welcome.
Welcome. Check us out, GamesMusicLyfe. Log out your Xbox and check us out right now.
Yeah, man, we're on Twitch,
live.
Man.
Yeah, leave the game right now. Go check it out.
Yes.
But anyways, man, yeah, I think it's proximity, though. When you get close to people, you can hear them. So it's not like a party chat.
Okay.
But yeah, man, so I think, you know, some of these games, like, it's stuff that we knew when we were younger, or games we played a minute ago, and we're just getting into them again. But, like, even, like, I don't get it, man, because, like, with those games like that, they're kind of preying on the nostalgia of the old game and then banking on you to buy it, which I think is the problem with Nintendo, which they should just do. It's just making Mario. I just don't know. I don't get Nintendo. Man.
Like,
Nintendo's stuck, man.
Yeah,
They gotta just.
What is Nintendo doing, man?
I don't know.
Like, what are they doing? Like, seriously.
Their whole E3 show is just gonna be Zelda.
The Wii U version of Zelda.
Yeah.
Not even the NX version of Zelda.
Yeah.
Like, what are they doing?
That's hilarious.
They don't know anymore.
Man, I was so hyped up on Star Fox last year, and it's like.
That Star Fox is bad, man.
Oh my gosh, I don't even.
I mean, that Star Fox is bad.
I'm so glad I didn't buy that.
Again, man, another rehash, bro.
Yeah.
Like they know that we'll just buy anything at this point. Like, oh, Star Fox, I liked it, 10 years ago, 20 years ago. Let me check it out. And then you're like, man, this game feels awfully familiar.
Yeah. So, anyways, let's get off the gaming because we're off
NBA. Let's touch on it.
You want to talk about playoffs first, or you want to go to music?
Because the games will be fast. The NBA will be fast.
Okay, we'll talk about playoffs.
I just had to get this off my chest, man.
Okay.
OKC San Antonio game.
Oh, okay.
Last 4 minutes of that game, Durant and Westbrook. Somebody's got to get off that team. One of those two have to go.
Listen, they've been trash in the fourth quarter all season. Like, they've lost so many games in the fourth quarter. I watched it.
They literally, it was like they were taking turns. Like, Russell came down 3 times, 3 turnovers. Next thing, Durant comes down. He's like, all right, Durant, your turn, because I'm going to bully you. Durant gets the ball. Durant's like, I'm too weak and scared. I pass to Westbrook. Oh, Westbrook's not looking for the pass. Ball goes out. That's just poor basketball. I feel sorry for San Antonio.
It is poor basketball, but you know what, though? What I hate is the fact that we know it's poor basketball, but so many critics, so many people that like Durant and like Westbrook, they will put it on the coach. The problem is those two.
Yeah.
And they can't exist.
And you said it. You said it there.
Westbrook needs the ball too much for Durant to be so talented.
Durant got a pass, man.
Yeah.
I think Durant gets that pass, though, because Westbrook puts the team on his back, and he shouldn't.
No. But the problem with them, though, is that somebody has to say, I'm going to be the man. Whether it be
Westbrook
tonight,
does.
But I don't know if I just think it could be a timely thing. Like, look at last night with Cleveland and with Kyrie. And they're just figuring it out, you know. LeBron is the man. LeBron is a complete bully out there, but he couldn't get going last night, and Kyrie took over in the second half, started cooking. Yeah. And that's why they won.
It's weird because Durant and I don't know what it is with Durant and Westbrook, but they can't get on the same page.
Yeah, but also they were playing Atlanta and
Atlanta's been getting cooked.
Yeah, OKC was playing.
It's still that ball.
Like, their feelings were so hurt after that 3-point fest.
Yeah,
the ball doesn't move with OKC though.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't, and that's a product of Westbrook ball, man. Like Westbrook. I said this on the pod a few weeks ago, man. Like, Westbrook, man, we praise him when he makes spectacular plays, but we ignore it when he makes these bonehead plays all the time. And I mean, he gets off of with athleticism because he can kind of turn it up in transition and then blow past defenders and get to the cup. But even when he was doing that last night, man, he was putting it up too strong, man, missing layups, taking bad shots.
And we said that last time, a couple of podcasts ago, Jay, when you were kind of defending him and saying that he changed his game around. And I agree with you. No, I did. I agree with you that he was changing his game around. But we both knew that how long is this going to last? Yeah. And last night it reared its ugly head again.
You don't know what you're going to get with that dude.
Yeah. He turned the rock over a lot. And I'm sorry, as a point guard, you can't do that. Not against a good team like that.
He's too much of an offensive-minded player to be a true point guard. Like, he can't facilitate. And you know what? I was watching that. I was watching game 1 of that, or maybe it was game 2 of that series. And I'm kind of looking in the third quarter when Westbrook is on the bench. And Durant is actually in the game, and they're not getting Durant the ball. No. Like, Durant is, he's not really getting denied. He's in one-man coverage.
You know what it is, though, man? That's kind of indicative to my whole gripe on Kevin Durant. He's too passive. Far too passive. And I think, like, we're in Ohio, so we get a lot of LeBron coverage here. I mean, rightfully so. He's the best player on the planet. But if LeBron didn't do the things he did, we were so critical on him as a sports society, we're so critical on LeBron. And certain players get passes because we like them. Kevin Durant gets a pass because he's likable.
Well, listen, he ain't getting no pass from me today, man. Like, he's going to have to step it up. Like, watching that game, man. And I'm seeing him literally sitting there not getting the ball. I'm like, you are the best player on the floor.
Yes.
Why are you not touching the ball? Yes. It is going to 4 players, everyone but Durant, and he's standing at the top of the key waiting. Mm-hmm. And somebody else is jacking up shots or taking bad layups. Yes. And it's like, yo, get Durant the ball. Like, that should be the focus. Please. And that actually is on the coach.
Yes.
Like, if you're not telling those guys out there, like, listen, you ride Pine for a reason. Get Kevin Durant the ball.
They don't respect Donovan. I don't know why they hired him.
But see, that was the problem they had with Scott Brooks.
Yeah.
The same problem they had with Scott Brooks. The same problem they had
Sam
with
Presti's getting it wrong.
a lot of people, man. But see, that's the thing, though. I don't want to, because we lull ourselves into blaming a coach because it does like the same offense.
Well, it's the whole system.
It is, but it also comes back on your star player. The NBA is such a star-driven game. It's not like the NFL where you could be a good quarterback and not have a good defense and you're not going to succeed. With basketball, it's an direct indicative of the great player that you are. The great players are supposed to win because you have a direct impact on the game. There's only 5 players out there.
But Durant takes himself out of the game. Like he looks mentally out of the game.
No, he doesn't. I just don't know. Like everybody wants to be the star on that team, and Russ is the only one that's willing to just keep the ball.
Did you see Durant yesterday when Westbrook had the ball in the final?
He just decided he was going to let Westbrook cook because that's what Westbrook does. He alpha males it.
He's not setting no picks. He's not getting no rebounds. He's just over there in the corner.
Well, I don't get.
That's where they want him.
Yeah, that's where they want him in the corner, screaming for the ball while Russ is out there doing his thing.
Yeah. That's silly. Let me tell you something. And people may say, "Well, Cleveland's in the East, so."
Listen, Cleveland is sweeping the East right now. So
Cleveland, y'all better watch out for Cleveland, man, because that ball is moving.
Listen,
and
LeBron James had the second best player on that team last year in the finals was an Australian dude we never heard of,
ever,
and he had a chance to win.
His last name.
You know, they still had a chance to win. So I firmly believe that
they can beat Golden
They
State.
can beat Golden State, especially if Steph doesn't come back around. I think the window is open right now. You know, from everybody seeing it, Miami to Toronto, everyone is seeing that if you get to the finals, you got a shot.
Yeah.
Because without a healthy Steph, man, Golden State, you never know what you're getting into. I still think they're a good team. I'd
rather get shot at with paintballs than watch the Miami Heat Toronto games, man.
No, those have actually been pretty good games.
Yeah, I'm saying they've been all right.
They've been pretty good.
I don't know why
games.
Kyle Lowry is playing so lazy.
Now Kyle Lowry
He's
can't
been
throw. He can't pee on the ground.
Give it to Vujicic. Give it to Vujicic. Let him get nuts in there.
You know, you're thinking about NBA 2K like 15 or Vujicic. I don't think he still plays.
No, not Vujicic, but they're center though.
Who?
I don't know his name. It starts with a V though.
Who are you talking about? For Toronto?
For, Toronto, yeah.
The big white guy with the beard?
Yeah, he gets it in.
He actually played well last night.
Yeah, he gets it in.
Oh,
but I mean, everything is going through Jacoby, bro. Like that's where the ball has to Jacoby. You know what I'm saying? DeMar Jacoby, bro.
I knew who you were talking about too. Oh, Jacoby.
Yes, man.
Yo, he's such a stand too, man. Like he wears all the Kobe's. I get it, DeRozan. That's your favorite player of all time, but man, let him breathe, man.
Does Kyle Lowry's soul look like it's just not in him?
Nah, Kyle, I think the stage is too big.
He just stinks right now.
I just think the stage is too big for Kyle Lowry. He's like 8 for 50 at one point for the series. But he hit 2 big shots last time. But if he didn't hit that half quarter, they'll send it in overtime, though.
Yeah.
They would have been down 0-2, and the jig would have been up. I still think the Drake factor of Toronto is going to block them.
Yeah. You know, I feel like that's what's giving them so much energy, to be honest. Like, man, that's the reason they got the push. Now, you know what, though? Miami has surprised me. Like, I don't know what voodoo doctor Wade went to down there in Dade County, but man, they put the
he got the Kobe.
Hex on him, boy.
Yeah,
like
he went and got the Kobe treatment, man. Got that blood transfer.
Are they that good, or is Toronto that bad?
Combination of both.
Yeah, I was gonna say Miami is really good right now.
Yeah, because they got some good. They got ISO Joe out there. They got ISO Joe.
I give him 5 against Cleveland. 5 games.
And Luau Dang, he's selling real bags out the front.
Miami.
He's selling what?
He's selling real bags out the front right now. You know what I'm saying? He's not selling bootlegs out the back, Danny Ainge.
I think Luau Dang is like, he been in America too long, bro. Like his shade is now, he's not blue black anymore. He's like just brown. And I knew he lost his powers. Kind of like when Goku powered down from Super Saiyan 3 to Super. I said it. I know it's wrong.
Get that geek
I know it's wrong. I know it's wrong. I said it. But I just don't think that. I think Luau Dang is too Americanized right now.
Man, yeah. But for the team, like, I don't know where Goran Dragic is kind of fitting in that team right now, but Wade is making it happen on all fronts. He is playing the 1 through the 3 right now, and he's making it happen.
Your dad made a great point. Pops, you made a great point. I forgot about that when he said Dion Waiters. Durant deferred to Dion Waiters. Yeah. He deferred to Dion Waiters.
Yeah.
Let that soak into your pores.
They felt like he had a better matchup.
Let that soak in.
You gotta put that in that slow cooker for 8 hours.
Yes.
Keep in mind, Durant did have the best defender in the league on him. All right, so I'm gonna Yeah, but I mean, Durant is too tall and lanky. I know Kawhi got those claws.
Kawhi is a monster. I'll be first to admit I never gave Kawhi credit like I need to.
Yo,
I saw the straight back braids and I immediately thought it was great. So I saw the Cleos and I didn't think it was good.
Yo, when I saw him dunking with the stale face on, I was like, man, this guy's not real.
The only block he has, he's a mouth breather. That's the only thing that really keeps him down is that, man. Other than that boy is a monster. And I'm going to tell you right now, I don't know if Serge Ibaka's family is at the game watching. They need to get him out of there because Aldridge is giving him every piece of work that you can possibly get. He can't win the arguments at home.
No.
Sierra, what's her name again? I call her Sierra. What's her name?
Carrie
Hilson, because they like the same
person.
Yeah.
Same person. Until I see him in the same room, it's the same person to me. Okay, Carrie Hilson can be like, okay, well, I mean, you want me to do that, but
As a matter of fact, I'm just gonna start calling her not Beyonce.
Not Beyonce,
You know
right?
what I'm saying?
Right, but she can win every argument. She's like, listen, I mean, LaMarcus didn't say I got to do it, so I'm not going to do it.
He didn't say I need to fix dinner, so
Absolutely,
I guess you're going hungry tonight.
Right, exactly. We're not going out because LaMarcus said I didn't have to go. So, yeah, Serge Ibaka's out there getting. But I think OKC's problem also, too, is, listen, Serge Ibaka is not a 4, and I get he can make some threes.
He's not a stretch 4.
He's a stretch mark 4.
Yeah.
I get that he can get out there and make a couple threes. Get your butt on the block.
What happened to it? Remember when he was an elite defender?
Yeah.
What happened to that?
Right.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because I mean, he couldn't defend LaMarcus Aldridge
LaMarcus Aldridge.
if he had 4 more of them standing around him in a
Listen,
circle.
I don't think 2 Ibakas could guard one LaMarcus Aldridge because
Were
LaMarcus
they
even got that.
saving him? Were they saving LaMarcus Aldridge for this time? Because he's
No.
showing
This is the reason why they picked him up, though.
Yeah, absolutely. This is the reason why. And you got to think about it. This is his first year there, so he's just getting acclimated with the team.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you what, man. Scary thought. It's been my thought all season, man. KD to the Spurs.
I don't want that to happen.
KD
Listen,
to the
I'm going to
Spurs.
drive down, and I'm going to be the first thing smoking.
First of all, his
KD to the
hairline's
Spurs,
too
man.
good. His
That's
hairline's
four.
too good for
That's
the
4
Spurs.
chips right there. Nah, man. That's 4
Ooh.
chips right there, buddy. I mean, LaMarcus, KD, and Kawhi taking the helm for the foreseeable future.
I will call for Melo to get freed and go to Cleveland.
Go to Cleveland.
I will start the free Melo campaign.
They don't need him, man.
Something got to happen.
Something
Melo's a
If
cancer,
Durant went to
Melo's a cancer.
I'm not gonna let you slander Melo.
No.
The slander is out there.
Yeah, the
Melo's a
slander's out
cancer.
there. Melo's bad, bro.
Yeah.
The Knicks suck, dog.
No,
the
no.
Knicks are
And
bad.
part of that problem is Carmelo Anthony.
I mean, think about when Amari went to New York. Remember how good Amari Stoudemire was playing for Phoenix?
Yeah, but that's Steve Nash gave him that money.
Yeah.
Steve Nash, he owes Steve Nash. To this day, he's paying Steve Nash's cell phone bill because he got and Joe Johnson. Steve Nash got Joe Johnson. You know Joe Johnson is the 3rd highest of all time 2 guards in the NBA.
Yeah.
The 3rd paid.
He was the highest paid player for a consecutive 3 seasons.
Yeah, what was that? Jay?
Only to be outdone by Gilbert Arenas, who was still collecting $20 million checks at home
Yeah, Gil.
while he was out of the league.
Yeah,
So-
Gil's out here doing it. But yeah, I don't want the Durant to be in San Antonio. I don't want that to happen.
I would love to see it, man. That would be the only place I wouldn't accuse him of ring chasing. Because if he goes to Golden State, man, his legacy is forever tarnished.
Yeah. So before we get off of that, we definitely got to get into music because we're like deep into this show.
Yes.
Okay.
So the problem with OKC, we can all come to a consensus that it's really them 2 players. I don't think they can play together.
Yeah.
We can.
Okay. All right. So music wise, we'll get definitely into the music reviews. This week we reviewed Jhene Aiko and Big Sean had a group project called 2088.
Group project.
Yeah, group. So I know Jay wasn't here last week. He listened to the Drake album, which I want to revisit too. Me and Kevin had some things we want to talk about with that. But we definitely just get this out the way real quick with this 2088 review. Let me go first, Kev.
Sure, I'll jump it off.
Go ahead.
So, you know what I mean? We get this surprise album by Big Sean and Jhene Aiko, Jhene Acorn, whatever they call her these days. Doesn't shower but once a week. That's what we refer to her as.
Is that the rumor?
Oh, that's the truth.
She cleared it. She cleared it up on Breakfast Club.
I mean,
she did shower.
She does shower, but it is not once a day. It
What?
is every few days, yes. But, you know, that's neither here nor there. I mean, it goes down like that, whatever. So they came with the surprise project, 2088. Don't know what 2088 stands for, but we checked it out anyway. Now, we talked about reviewing this album on probably GamesMusicLyfe episode 16, 17, something like that. And we both kind of laughed and scoffed at it like, nah, no way. I'm not listening to that. It's going to be hot garbage. Then one day, I happened to be sitting around the casa, And I decided to throw it on, maybe just for a laugh or a giggle, just because I do it for the culture. And it actually turned out to be a very good project, very solid. Had a real smooth sound to it. I'm not the biggest Jhene Aiko fan. I'm not the biggest Big Sean fan. Actually, I'm not a fan at all, really. I really didn't like Jhene Aiko. I didn't feel like she could sing, and she has like one octave, and she stays there. She kind of has the light voice, talking, singing style.
Yeah.
And I didn't really like that until this project. It actually worked really well in this project because it wasn't too much of her. Whenever she kind of had her verse, Big Sean came in there to give her a little bit of boost. You know what I'm saying? Break up the monotony of the song. Mm-hmm. And they made a lot of songs about love and relationships, and really good project, really focused project. Good instrumentation, had a real kind of 90s R&B vibe to it that they pulled off really well. They had a lot of chemistry on this album, and it really came through on the tracks. Like, not only, you know what I mean, did what they were saying go well, like you could kind of feel what they were saying, to the point that I think Dr. Genius was feeling what they were saying a little bit too much. Mm-hmm. But overall, man, really good project. I was surprised. They did a really great job of keeping it to 7 or 8 tracks, because any longer and I would have been sick of it, and this would have been a completely different review. Because by the time I get to London Bridge, I'm already kind of like, you know what I'm saying? If I get one more song like this, I might strangle one of them. But it didn't happen. We got that 7 or 8 tracks, man. Really good project. Overall, I would probably rate it at about an 81.
Ooh.
It was really good. I listen to it pretty frequently. It's riding with your girl music. You know what I mean? Like, it's not offensive. They're not, talking too crazy. It's something that the guys can enjoy, something that the girls can enjoy. It was a really solid project. I'd be interested in hearing what they would have to do in the future if they decide to kind of keep that wave going.
But they'd have to keep it 8 tracks and below.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, these would have to be very short projects, EPs, not LPs.
Yeah.
Oh, dang. Turn around. Boom, 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 boom. Got him.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, I mean, the thing with it is, I think we both were on the same page, because we kind of said what we were going to review for the next week. And I was listening to the album, and I hit you up. I'm like, man, this is not trash.
Yeah.
Like, because I'm not a huge Big Sean fan, and I'm definitely not a big Jhene Aiko fan. I never thought she was talented. I listened to her music, and like, she had a mixtape that was actually pretty good, but then her album was just blah to me. She had one key that she hit, and that was it. And I'm not even criticizing her for not being able to have the vocal range that some singers can have, but I want her to have something rangy, something like, tell me a story.
It sounds like her singing voice is her actual speaking voice.
Exactly. That's what it sounds like she's just talking to me, like she's glamoring me or something.
Yeah.
And that's the part about it that when I listened to her, I got kind of like, do I like this or not? And I will say, though, the 7 songs that we heard on the album was actually pretty good, man. And just like you said, and we both talked about it, if it went one song more, I probably would have hated it, because I don't like either one of their voices too much, because Sean would try to get in there and sing with her.
Whoa.
And I'm thankful that she didn't try to rap. But even with it being said, though, did you kill yourself on that?
I think you did.
I think you did.
Looking at that replay.
This dude smoking a
but even with that being said, though, I did think it was a pretty decent project. I followed it, everything, like, even with the 7 songs, they were themed. Each song had a theme to them, and I liked the theme of them. And it made some pretty decent music. Now, would I like to hear another 7 songs of them again? Absolutely not. I think it ended right at the perfect time.
Yeah.
And, Big Sean, actually, he did okay.
Hey, listen, right. I'm telling you, that bar about they all in our business like you and I was like, wow, I'm a little bit impressed, Big Sean.
Yeah.
That was nice.
Absolutely.
Nice little wordplay.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely think so, man.
He also said duh, and I kind of tuned out.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
It did. He said it. And he says whoa there a lot,
whoa.
too. Yeah, whoa. But yeah, man, I really, like, for them, I think maybe I'm grading on a different scale, though, Kev.
Okay.
I think I am, because I think for them, I was surprised. Like, if I have to compare it to other good music, I don't think I'll rate it that high. But for them, they surprised me with this album, so I'm giving it more of I'm basically bringing it on a curve. Like, you got a dumb class, you're like, oh, you guys did better than I thought you would. So I'm going to curve it a little bit, Whereas, if it had been just a regular test, you probably would have got it 45, 50. But because it's you and I didn't think you were that smart, you get a 65, 70.
Oh, dang.
Oh,
So,
wow.
but no, my rating on the album was like 73.
Okay.
I actually gave it a 73 because it wasn't long enough, and I think that, like I said, I'm putting it on a different scale, and kind of more so like with the Drake last week, I graded it a little harder because I think last week I gave it like 82 for Drake.
Yeah, I think I landed there at that 81, 82 range.
Yeah.
Actually, I think you went 77.
I went 78. I think,
Yeah.
78. Which brings us to the next subject. We're gonna I'm revisiting that right now.
Yes.
And I know Jay wanted to talk about it because he just listened to it over the week, and I firmly believe like 40 is amazing, man. 40 is the plug, and I've been sending you guys. I send the group a text saying 40 is the plug, and that's all I would say, because his production was so good that it really took away from the fact there was some complete struggle bars on that album.
Yeah.
What did I tell you?
Drake?
When I sent you that message.
Yo,
I was
Drake-
like, I'm torn.
Yes, Drake the rapper. Because Kev said something last week when he said the album was safe. And my baby sister hit me up and she said the same thing, that it was a safe. She didn't like it at all, but it was a safe album. She said she agreed with Kevin, and I firmly I really do believe that. Like it was like he took the album, right, and he put it. He catered to every fan that he had.
Yep.
He had trapper Drake fans. You had singing Drake fans. You had your regular rap fans, and then you had your pop fans or whatever. And it was like, I don't know if that was a good idea, man.
Like 90% of this album.
But see, I don't mind the singing.
Yeah, I knew that was coming though. Like he had been doing too much rapping all year.
You know what? That's where I'm like, man, 20 tracks of you singing? Like I don't.
I'm gonna tell you,
and I like singing Drake.
what war with my
20
spirit
tracks?
is that whole fake Rastafarian accent.
Yeah,
Ting.
Where did-
When he said ting,
The man.
oh my gosh,
A man right
oh,
down.
it will
He's
with my
trying to bring a
spirit.
Canadian
Yeah.
out, man.
I don't know what it is. It's like if I go hang around
Patois.
with a bunch of New York cats, am I gonna start speaking the Dun language? No.
Oh no, son.
Yeah, I'm gonna start wearing Timbs with shorts. Like, come on, man, stay true
Ew,
to yourself. Man.
facts.
Yeah, if I start saying, I hate that too. But yeah, just stick to yourself. Yeah, say yourself, man. Like you're a corny dude who's an actor / rapper singer. That's what we
We're on
liked
Degrassi.
when he first came out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When he first came out, So Far Gone, that was him. That was the guy we were. Now he's turning to this. I don't know who he. And I get.
Turn the 6 upside down. It's a 9
Oh
now.
my
Yeah.
god, that song was so bad.
You know. Yeah.
Oh, that song was so bad.
Girls are
Just
spiced like David
joy when
Beckham.
you know
Oh
fade
my
away.
gosh, what's the line he said about Green Day? I'm
Getting so much green. I'm like Earth Day.
Oh
Getting
my
more green
God.
than Earth Day, something like that.
oh my gosh.
It was a lot of struggle bars on that album, and we kind of gave him a pass. You know what I really kind of want to talk about there is the 81 writers.
Whoa,
My God,
Yeah, he had 81 writers. on his
81
album.
writers on that album. Now,
And
mind
that's
you,
what was produced.
yes, but now mind you, for anybody that had any sample credits on there, they also get a writing credit. So I mean, with that, that puts it in perspective a little bit more. But that still means that we probably had at least a good 60 fresh pens hitting that album.
There's too many chefs in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Could that be
too
the
many
reason
cooks.
why? Could that be the reason why the album is so different than we thought it was gonna be?
Is it different? 'Cause I felt like it. It was exactly what I expected it to be, man.
I think this might be his worst project.
You know what? You might be right, but I mean, it's not his worst project in the sense that it's bad. It's just
No,
you know,
right. Mind you, this is on the
not
Drake scale.
groundbreaking. Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like just like Blueprint 2 was Jay-Z's worst project, I think,
but not bad
but
music.
not bad music, not at all.
Yeah,
I just think that it might have been his worst project, but because, like you said, it's too many chefs in the kitchen. It was so many people had their hands in this album. It was 81 writers, so you figure how many producers, how many people just came in and gave their input.
yeah.
I don't know, man. I got a different feel from it. And we got the album early, we got the album late, I should say. We got it on a Friday, and we reviewed it that Friday and listened to it, and then we reviewed it that Saturday morning. So we really didn't have a lot of time with it, which is why we're talking about it again today. And yeah, if I had to re-rate it, I don't know what I would give it. Like, I really don't know.
I would still stick with my 80-81, just because I mean I didn't hate the album. Like it was what I expected it to be, and there are a lot of tracks that I skipped just because I don't. I've never been a big fan of singing Drake. You know what I mean? So I like to hear the rapping Drake, and he gave us a little bit of that on there. And the ones that he did, I did kind of enjoy those songs, but I knew what to expect, man. I saw the play once I heard Controller and One Dance and kind of in the line with Hotline Bling and all that stuff. I knew what to expect from this album, and it was everything that I expected.
The
He
album's
didn't
like
disappoint.
a 75. I just feel like that's the perfect score for it. It's just
Go
a
ahead,
75.
give us your play-by-play, because I mean you still didn't give your review yet, so
Yeah.
go ahead and break it down. How did you feel about it when you were kind of going through it for the listen?
The intro had me excited. I mean, the production front to back. I like the production. I think that's what. Sometimes the production took me away from what he was actually saying. So I'm like, man, this
40 is
beat
the plug.
is sweet.
Yeah, 40 is blood.
Like, I really like how this sounds. It's one of those albums that you can just like listen to late night, cruising down the street, hair in the wind, windows down. You know what I mean? It's just it has a good feel to it. But I don't think that's because of Drake. I just feel that's how the album was constructed sonically or through the sound itself. Drake, to me, I mean, he gave me singing Drake. I mean, that's who I like, singing Drake. But I think it was in excess this time. Like 20 tracks, and you're harmonizing on majority, if not all of them. I just got tired after a while. Like, man, I don't want to hear you anymore. Like, if I don't hear Drake the rest of this year, I would be happy. I would be good. I mean, no features, no nothing.
I think he's gonna put something else out.
I don't want him.
You know, he's already put it in the air that there are more tracks coming before the tour starts.
Yeah, I think something else is coming.
I mean, overall, it's a 75 because he gave me what I asked for, but maybe just in a little bit too much. But it's like he filled the cup up with cherry Coke, but it kind of bled over to the edges. Now I got to sip up the side of it. So.
That's a good analogy.
But I mean, that's
good.
fair.
I mean, it was. I mean, I'll listen to it again. Yeah, I'll listen to it again. I'll just pick and choose tracks.
Okay.
You know, I feel like this might be his Carter 3, where, you know, like kind of looking at Wayne's career and his progression, man. Carter 1, he started to bubble. I mean, you know, you got the early Cash Money stuff that he did, and, you know, I'm a fan of that stuff. But when Wayne really started to kind of catch on, you got the Carter 1, he starts to bubble. Got the Carter 2, that's when people really start taking notice, man. Like, this guy's spitting fire. Then you got the Carter 3, and that was his most successful project to date. But, you know what I'm saying, kind of got mixed reviews from the diehard fans. And then, if you really pay attention, man, he tried to follow the same formula going into Carter 4. And Carter 4, even though it did well, you know what I'm saying, most of the diehards had kind of fallen off with him because of what he gave us on Carter 3. Yeah. And I feel like Drake is kind of in that pocket. So if he's going to be successful in this next album, he's going to have to change the formula up. He's not going to be able to go from a milli to 6 foot, 7 foot like how Wayne did. You know what I mean?
You know, he sounds uninspired on the album.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
he picked safe tracks.
Yeah, he sounds like uninspired, like nothing's moving him. And I think maybe somebody done kind of lullabied him to sleep, and that somebody might be getting ready to come at him. Like, the rumor is Jay's gonna make something, man.
I don't think so, man. I don't think Jay and Drake really have any real problem, man. I think their biggest disconnect right now is Tidal and Apple Music, and that really has nothing to do with the two of them.
It has absolutely everything to do with them, though. They're the head. They're the quarterbacks of both of those respectable companies.
I was gonna say Jay is the quarterback of Tidal. Yeah. Drake is just getting a check from Apple Music.
He's getting a very big check.
Yeah, he's getting a very big check.
Yeah,
but
making no albums.
They're gonna put if it came down to it, they put the battery in his back. I don't think he'd want those issues though. I really want it for the culture.
I don't think he would fight those battles for Apple Music.
I want it for the culture though, man.
All he has to do is just sign up with Nas.
I don't want Jay. I don't want a Jay versus Drake, man. Like Jay can't win.
Definitely don't, because I know y'all seen that I sent the link to us about that Nas and Weeknd.
I didn't watch it because I knew what it was going to be. So, I knew it was going to be fire. I didn't want to burn my phone.
Nas out here sounding like a 20-year-old.
I feel like Jay can't win that battle, man. As much as I love Hov,
he's already taken 2 L's.
No, he can't.
He can't, like, there's no win in that for him. So, I mean, best to just leave it alone. I mean, keep doing him. There's no reason. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's no reason for him and Obbs to have friction. You know what I mean? Like,
so speaking of Met Gala, we're going to talk about Kanye and the Blue Contacts. Are we going to go into that at all? No.
Wolves, Kanye, man. Yeah. What's your boy doing, Jay? That's all I want to know, man. Justify.
Answer the question first. Did it match his jacket? Yes.
Don't care. First of all, his jacket had pearls on it, bro.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he had a pearl jacket.
Pearl jacket.
I didn't look that close.
And cowboy boots.
Yes, and cowboy boots.
I didn't look that. Hey, I didn't look that close.
Now he didn't see it. Now he didn't look.
I didn't look that close, man.
Kanye's gone.
From the top up, man. But I think he's done. His perfect line is. I'm just gonna be honest. He said something to the effect of "lost my mind," or something to that effect, and I think he's gone. I think he's mentally checked out, and he needs help.
It's that Kardashian curse, man, and there's too many people coming out that's around him now that are kind of talking about, something wrong with him.
I think it's the Kardashian curse, along with him,
he has too many yes men around him, man. Nobody really
Who even is around him these days, though?
Nah, man, one of his boys came out and said he thinks Kanye is schizophrenic.
He might be. Yeah, definitely, I think. Bipolar, schizophrenic, one of them. He might be tripolar, man. I don't know.
Man, listen, them Kardashians no good, man. They do you no service. They will give you the rope and watch you, dangle. Yeah. So,
but let's get out of here. We have so before we go, we definitely we got some big announcements coming up in a couple we'll announce it next week. We'll talk more about it. But we have a video game tournament coming up. We're going to give more details about it later. We've actually partnered with a very good group of guys, and we will, along with Pixel Design Group. So the three of us are.
Pixel Design.
Yeah, shout out to Pixel.
Always.
Definitely.
Shout outs to them. Check them out.
Yeah, they're R40. They're the plug.
Yeah,
but,
yeah, they are.
But we will definitely give more
It's that
information.
Dark Souls death right here.
Yeah, you're going down. We'll give more information about it when we get more information about it. We get more planned. We'll definitely tell everybody. It'll be something good. Bring the kids out. You know, we definitely meet and greet, talk to everybody. We're on Instagram. If you're listening to this on the podcast on iTunes, always come in. Feel free to visit us every Saturday, 10:30 to 11:30, on twitch.tv/GamesMusicLyfe. We're on Stitcher, Instagram, Twitter. Are we on Tinder? No.
Stitcher.
You know what I mean? We're in your house. We're in your mind. We're in your dreams.
Yes, we're behind the bread.
We're in your soul.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What is this?
Yeah, absolutely, man. So we're everywhere and nowhere at the same time.
What are those? I saw that on Blackish, where the kid slid on the floor. Like,
that's a sleepy good show too.
Hey,
that's
really
a
good.
sleeper show.
I'm actually on my second watch through of season 2.
Really?
Word.
Yeah, I like it, man.
Man, you know what? Next week, man, we got to get some Game of Thrones in there. Because if y'all have y'all been watching it, man?
Yeah.
Because the boy is back. The boy is back. I ain't gonna let nothing. I ain't gonna let it go. But just know, the kid is back. You know what I mean?
And we're playing Overwatch today. For anybody who didn't know, I mean, under a rock, I guess. But anyways, thanks for rocking with us again.
Drink more water.
Nas
lost.
Nas won. I'm back.
He lost.
I guess he lost. Whatever.
I'm back.
Anyways, we out. Peace.